I'm Brian Duncan, local realtor here in Virginia Beach, and I wanted to bring you this real estate market update. It's April 2023, and we just finished out the first quarter of this year, and I wanted to bring you these updated stats. I'm going to cover some for Virginia Beach and then Hampton Roads as a whole. If we look at Virginia Beach, the median sales price was $410,000 last month, and that was up 6.5% compared to the previous month in February, and also 4.1% higher compared to a year ago. And then we look at the total number of closed sales is 291 sales in March compared to the previous month. That's up 18.8%. And compared to a year ago, it's actually down 21.4%. So we're seeing less sales. And again, this is most likely due to the change in interest rates that we saw going into the fall. The median days on market is only 11 days. That's down 21.4% compared to the previous month and up 120% compared to a year ago. So even a year ago, houses were only on the market a few days, and even though it's jumped a lot to 11 days, historically, that's still a very short period of time on the market and shows that houses are selling quickly and that prices should continue to go up. The next stat will be the average percentage of list price received. Sometimes we refer to that as the list price to sales price ratio. Last month it was 100.6%, which is down 0.5% compared to the previous month in February, and then down 2.3% compared to a year ago. So homeowners are still getting more than list price for their house, but that number has scaled back just a little bit. The median sold price per square foot is $226. That's up 6.6% compared to last month and up 4.9% compared to a year ago. So when we look at those sales prices and the price per square foot, that number has continued to increase, even with the higher interest rates. New listings, we've had 382 new listings last month. It's up 50.4% compared to the previous month and down 23.6% compared to a year ago. Active inventory, there was 321 homes on the market last month, and compared to the previous month it was up 2.9%, and then compared to a year ago it was up 7.4%. And one of the biggest stats that I like to look at is the month supply of inventory. Right now in Virginia Beach it's 1.1 month supply, and that means assuming no other houses come on the market, we would sell through the current inventory in only 1.1 months. And that is down 13.4% compared to the previous month, and then compared to the previous year it's actually up 36.5%. So that shows that a year ago there was very, very little inventory. It was less than 1 month. We've had a big jump since then, but still it's only 1.1 months compared to a normal level, which would be 6 months. So based on that number, we can say that in Virginia Beach, that housing prices will continue to go up over the next year and probably even 2 years. And the biggest factor that will determine what really happens will be interest rates. Next, I'll cover the stats for Hampton Roads as a whole, and this is all single-family detached homes in all of Hampton Roads, including the south side and the peninsula. The median sales price last month was $312,000, and that was up 2.3% compared to the previous month in February, and up 5.1% compared to a year ago. The number of sales is 1,862 homes sold, and that's up 26.6% compared to the previous month in February, and down 26.8% compared to a year ago. The time on market was 13 days. That's down 13.3% compared to the previous month and up 116% compared to a year ago. So the time on market is still less than 2 weeks across Hampton Roads, so that's a strong indicator that our prices will continue to move up and that houses will sell quickly. The list price to sales price ratio is 100.3%. It's up to 0.2% compared to the previous month and down 2% compared to a year ago. Median price per square foot is $187 per square foot compared to Virginia Beach, which is $226. That is, for Hampton Roads, that is up 1.1%, and compared to a year ago, it's up 5.1%. New listings, there were 2,376. That's up 32.1% compared to the previous month and down 22.5% compared to a year ago. Active inventory, there were 2,490 listings, which is down 2.8% compared to February and up 5.4% compared to a year ago. The current month supply of inventory across Hampton Roads for single-family homes is 1.3 months. So I believe in Virginia Beach and Hampton Roads as a whole, our market will be driven by interest rates this year. Currently, it's just over 6%. I think the biggest thing to watch here in Virginia Beach and all across the country really is going to be interest rates. That's going to have the biggest impact on what happens with our housing market. And it's definitely sustainable at about 5.5% in that range, and that's based on looking at the median family income and comparing that to the housing payments for the median price house. When rates are above 6 or even 7%, that's not really sustainable long term. So if rates do stay above 6%, I think we're going to continue to see some downward pressure on pricing. I think the rate of acceleration is going to continue to slow down. If mortgage interest rates come down to about 5.5%, we're going to continue to see price increases over the long term. One other thing I wanted to share is a report from Freddie Mac. It's the housing sentiment in the first quarter of 2023. And Freddie Mac's quarterly Housing Outlook Pulse survey evaluates public sentiment on housing-related issues. In the first quarter of 2023, market confidence rebounded somewhat quarter over quarter after reaching its lowest point since tracking began in March 2020, while payment concerns remain relatively unchanged among both homeowners and renters. They look at 4 key areas of the housing market. One is market confidence, housing affordability, payment concerns, and market activity. Market confidence, 43% are confident the housing market will remain strong over the next year, and this is up 9 percentage points from last quarter, but down 15 percentage points compared to last year. I think the confidence is shaken a little bit by the continued increase in prices and the increase in the interest rate, but still a large portion are very confident in the housing market. Housing affordability, 59% of renters and 28% of homeowners spend more than 30% of their monthly income on housing. Obviously, with the higher interest rates, people are having to spend a larger portion of their gross income on their housing payment. Payment concerns, 54% are concerned about making housing payments. This is true for 70% of renters and 44% of homeowners. Market activity, 18% say they are likely to buy a home in the next 6 months, 14% of homeowners say they are likely to sell in the next 6 months, and 16% of homeowners say they are likely to refinance in the next 6 months. Obviously, that really depends on what happens with interest rates. Freddie Mac's Market Insights team partners with Heartless Mind Strategies to field its Housing Outlook Pulse survey. The survey, conducted online February 10th through 16th, 2023, included 1,109 interviews. Quotas were used to ensure a representative population of age, gender, ethnicity, and region. So that is the housing sentiment of first quarter of 2023 survey published by Freddie Mac. And this can be found on FreddieMac.com. Well, if you're a homeowner and you're thinking about moving this year, know that the odds are in your favor, but there's still several things you should do to prepare your house for the market. Get some advice on how to stage it, what repairs or maintenance should be done to get it ready, or maybe even what upgrades should be done to maximize value. If you're a buyer and you want to buy this year, make sure that you get your pre-approval done. Make sure you have plenty of cash saved for the down payment, closing costs, and maybe even having to bid over asking price, which that amount would have to come from cash. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm Brian Duncan, local realtor here in Virginia Beach, and you can reach out to me on my website, which is www.brianduncangroup.com, or you can call me on my cell phone, and the direct number is 757-274-2733. Thanks for tuning in.